I really want to grow some tomatoes, so the first thing we're going to do today is cut these tomatoes and then plant them in one of my pots over there. I did buy them at the store. These are not homegrown, but I'm just going to slice all of them like this. Let's plant them. I feel like this is a good pot for it, but this soil is very dry, so let's water that first. Let's move these. So now we're just going to place these not too far apart, but not too close together. Let's see how many can fit in here. Now I'm not gonna leave these tomatoes here forever. Once the seeds sprout, I'll plant them in a different location. We'll find out where. I'll plant them probably all around my yard in different locations. Okay, this looks good. A few more seeds here, so we're just gonna maybe even take some of these seeds and like put some here so they're spread around. Let's take a few out of there. All right, now let me get some more soil and we're just gonna cover everything. Ooh, that's a lot. Should be enough. Might be a bit too much. Nah, it'll be fine. Now let's water it a little bit more. First I gotta wash my hands. Let's clean this guy up. I will keep you posted on the tomatoes, but right now, let's see how many mulberries we can harvest. The tree has these tiny berries. Even though they're so small, I'm still grateful. This will be the second time the tree is producing fruit for the year, so the berries are a lot smaller this time around. They still taste really good and sweet. Hopefully I'll have enough for a smoothie. Oh my gosh, look how tiny this one is. Yeah, I got two over here. Look at that one. That's pretty big. I got about a handful of mulberries. I think this should be enough for a smoothie. You know what I do want? Some miracle fruit. That's what we need. Let's pick a few. I want one more. Where are you? Back here? This will be perfect for my smoothie later. These turtles have been lately coming out of the lake and just getting some sun. They're actually really fast. So even if I move just a little bit, they will notice me and run really fast into the water. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty far away, but I have to move. I have to garden, so sorry. They're so fast. I'm sorry, guys. They'll come back out when I leave. I left these mulberry branches here because I thought it would be a good idea to have them grow this way. But now that I've harvested some mulberries, I kind of feel like these branches are in the way. So we are just going to cut them off. And this one as well. And this tiny guy. 2 months ago, I left this orchid here by the palm tree. And I feel like it's surviving. but it's not thriving. Honestly, maybe, yeah, it was definitely surviving. Look at these roots right here. These are new roots. And this one. So I think my issue was that I left it in this, I don't know, whatever this is. And there's some gross leaves. So we're going to cut that off. But I think it likes it in that little nook in that palm tree. I really think it likes that spot more than it likes being indoors. So I'm going to take all this off. And a little backstory on this orchid. I got it as a gift a while ago, and it wasn't doing well inside the house. So I kind of just took it out, and I wanted to reuse that pot for something else. So I took it out of the pot. I left the orchid in palm tree area, and I kind of forgot about it for a few months, maybe 2 months, 2 to 3 months. I would have to check the date on when I left it in there because I wanted to reuse that pot. I didn't know if it was going to survive or not. I just know I saw some of my neighbors do that to their orchids. Obviously, my neighbors are much better gardeners and they care about their plants, unlike me, because look at all these dead roots. But also, look at these new roots. And this one. And this one. Okay, so I'm not completely the worst. So I'm going to try to free some of the roots, and I have this. I found this in my shed. I don't know when I bought it, years ago. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna kind of put all of this in the little area in the palm tree and just let it do its thing. Okay, so let's cut these gross leaves. That one's gone. This one, I'm gonna leave this one. And take that off. Just try to free it. It's like really stuck in here. Just give it some room to breathe, you know what I mean? Watch it not survive now. After I did all this, we're gonna put this back in that little area in the palm tree. I'll include this, a little nest, if you will. I'm gonna put the bark in there. Okay, let's do that. And just put the bark around. We'll make the nest, and this will hold the bark, hopefully. Is that good? Yeah. All right, then we'll put, you know, that looks good. I don't think it needs anything else. Can I put some bark on top? I think right there, maybe. Some to the side. Gosh, it's like a little bird. Now we're going to water it. And now we are going to forget about the orchid for another 2 months. Look at this leaf is looking so healthy. And this one's not too bad either. So, and I see some green roots. I mean, listen, I'll keep you posted. But to me, this looks pretty good. I'm going to clean these loofah sponges a bit. Just in water. I was going to use soap, but then I decided not to. So we're going to clean these up a bit, let them dry in the sun, and then I'm going to put them in a basket and leave them alone until I figure out what to do with them. And hopefully I get more this year. I'm going to show you later, but I did see some loofah growing on the volunteer vine. I'm going to let this dry. This one was already clean. I really like this one. We'll just leave them on this table here. It gets a lot of sun. I also have these loofah seeds from the harvest in my last video. And this is actually a decent amount of loofah seeds. I have a lot. I'll probably give some away to my sister. So I cleaned up this mint container and I'm going to put the seeds in there. Oh my gosh, perfect fit. Perfect fit. And I'm gonna, let me get a Sharpie. We'll just label it October 2025. Hopefully I get to plant some of these before the end of this year. We got some pretty large loofahs growing here. So this one's a decent size. There's some over here as well. Look at this guy. And then down here. They're still clinging on to my roses. So I'm gonna have to just kind of gently train them to stay over here. Loop them in. Stay right there. Let's see if there are any other ones. Like this guy is attaching to the fence. My flowers. Whoop. All right, so you're gonna have to go up here. We'll just loop it up here. Let's actually take this guy too. Not too bad. Not bad at all. The sun has dried these pretty quickly, so we're just gonna leave them in these baskets, and hopefully this basket fills up with even more. It's time to repot my pineapple top. So I have this pineapple top in this tiny container, and this one over here barely surviving with the mulberry tree. So I'm going to take this one out, take this one, and I think I want to plant it in this big container. It gets a lot of sunlight, so I'm going to add more soil. I'll just take whatever is in here and put it in there, and then plant these pineapple tops and then water it, and let's see how that works. This looks pretty good to me. Let's try to take it out of here. Oh my God, it's really in there, huh? Ooh. Whoa. It was way overdue. I'm trying to loosen up these roots. I can't even. Okay, so we'll just plant that in this corner, like so. I don't know, I'm just pulling the dead leaves. I'll pull this one off. And this one. Okay. And then we'll add more soil to it. Let me go grab the other pineapple top. It doesn't look like it has very strong roots, so I don't know. Yep. Was barely surviving. I'll just pull these dead leaves off again. This one and this one. Okay, we're gonna plant this. It has a good amount of roots, right? This one needs to be a tad bit deeper in there. That's good. And then this one, we'll just kind of plant like that. Not too deep. Don't want any root rot. I'm gonna water it nicely, and then I'll probably top it off with more soil. Okay, so I removed even more leaves from both of them. Let's throw these out. Okay, I'm gonna add more soil. Just a little bit. I'm gonna just top it all off to cover all the roots. I'm gonna leave this exposed because I don't want it to rot. The pineapple is too deep. It might rot, so you gotta be careful. What I really want to do is plant a few cucumber seeds here so that you can climb up this trellis. So I'm gonna go grab those, and then I want to plant something here, maybe like marigolds. I think I have nasturtium seeds, so let me go grab those as well. These cucumber seeds expired in 2023. But we're still going to try to plant them. Let's see how many come out. 2. Actually, there's 3. All right, we're gonna plant these 3 seeds in here. So we're just gonna blop, blop, and hope that they sprout. Okay, 1 there. 1 there. And 1 here. I pulled this nasturtium plant out of the container where I have a lot of the basil growing, and I'm just going to plant that here. Okay, here's the before, so hopefully they all survive. I'm gonna water it just a tad bit more and then leave it alone. Unfortunately, the Barbados cherry tree is suffering. Even though it has some fruit, I mean, it has actually a lot of cherries. Look at this one. But you see all this on the leaves? I'm gonna trim a lot of it off. I'm gonna grab this cherry. Look at that. Let me zoom in. Look how disgusting. Ants everywhere. I'm also going to trim the branches down here. Most of the branches on the inside. On the outside, it looks healthy. The branches on the outside look pretty good. Actually, let me grab the ripe cherries. Look at all the green ones. So cute. Oh my God. It's so upsetting that all these things are happening to my trees. I'm going to hose the tree down with just water. Just like try to get as much of the ants off and just clean it up as much as possible. And then at night, I'm going to spray it with some neem oil. And hopefully that will do the trick. I don't know. I washed them and I'm gonna eat them. Each cherry has 3 seeds. Oop, that one fell. They're so sweet, so good. Rest of the day I'm going to spend pulling all the weeds and cleaning up everything. Pull that out. More weeds. So here's the before. I literally piled up all the weeds underneath the mulberry tree. So here's the after. Nice and clean. Oh my gosh, I did so much work. I'm so proud of myself. So I trimmed off a lot of the branches from my Barbados cherry tree. It looks a lot cleaner now. I haven't sprayed it yet with neem oil. I'm just waiting for the sun to set a little bit more. And then I'm gonna spray it. And then we'll see tomorrow morning if it's okay. I'm kind of concerned. I haven't sprayed it before. The sun is still pretty strong, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.